I'm going to take you into the life of that Jacob guy that everybody's talking about on your computer that's talking right now, and his name is Jacob, and he's the man. I'm going to take you into one day of his life, and his life is fucking interesting, man. If you get to know what other people are thinking when they've lived long enough where they haven't slept in the past 25 years, and they've always been a candid information seeker and someone who pays attention to all of the facts and details and has one of those memories where it's just like, yes, I can tell you exactly what happened that day. I knew you were wearing, I knew exactly the money, I knew every detail, I knew where I put it, I knew where I put everything else. It's all organized and neato burrito. But then I'm going to forget something that I was just thinking like 5 seconds ago. But I remember everything that happened in my life, and that's interesting. You can talk to someone that's getting older now, and they're in the 30s, and they can tell you all sorts of stuff about the 90s. Like how the air was different. Like I remember just the smell of the air. It used to smell like burning flesh and rotten diarrhea, because I guess that's just where the smell was like back then. But I can tell you my memory is just a little more vivid than sometimes I give myself credit for, and I've tapped into it, and I realize I can just remember these incredible things. And it's interesting. You talk to people, and they can tell you all sorts of stuff about their lives, but they don't really know how to describe it, and they're all linked to smell. I remember rotten flesh and the smell of bleach. It was nice, yeah. The point is, if there needs to be a point. There needs to be a point. We're always proving a point to somebody. Like, if I go to the hospital to visit my friend and I'm trying to, like, spend money on something, they should let me spend the money on something. And if someone's trying to give some money, they should let someone give some money. Because it's just like, whatever. You want to help someone, that's your thing. You want to help someone feel better, I recommend it. But if you really take a look at life, it doesn't make sense at all to anyone's view of it. Your view of it is not going to make sense. And if you explain it to someone else in any way at all, it's just something like gibberish nonsense, like wisdom. They call wisdom, I guess. I tell you how I look at things, how I think that if you break free of all the information and knowledge and get down to a dark place in your mind, really what you're going to worry about when you shut everything down and get away from people is just your memories. What's going to catch up on you. Your memories are really what's going to worry about you. You know what I mean? You're only going to worry about something that you're remembering. You're not worried about what's happening right now. I'm just like, my anxiety is this memory I have of something that gives me anxiety happening to me. You know what I mean? Like that feeling in my heart, or feeling I look in the mirror, my biceps aren't big enough. It feels like this nagging sensation where I have to fix the memory that I'm having. But sometimes that memory is so fucking outdated, and it's like, that problem's been fixed a long time ago, buddy. And this anxiety you're having is really just something that's always there, but it's just a memory that is in your head, but you're not always focused on it, because you're not always aware of it, because you're not always thinking about it, because it's not always in your thought process. But it's just a feeling or a memory, kind of the same thing, but it's just that anxiety is always fucking there, and you can't get rid of it. It's like that monkey with the mandolin, because maybe something happened to you. Maybe I'm the way I am because things that have happened to me, and you can't assume I'm born mentally ill or mentally this or mentally that or mentally disciplined. I was created that way. I wasn't born with discipline. I wasn't born 5'10", 230 pounds of solid steel, can do one-hand cartwheels. I wasn't born with these abilities, and I wasn't made to be a rock solid guy. I was created that way through life and its difficulties, its challenges, and dealing with all my problems and throwing them away, and always forgetting, and always healing, and always moving on, and rising up to the top, and going through the patterns, because life is mainly about, like, you're floating on a wave, and it's just about going through the pattern of you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're up, up, you're down, up, you're down, up, you're down, up, you're down, you're up, you're down, and then you're up and down, and then you're up and down again. And then once you're at the top, it's just like, it gets scary, because not only do you feel like I'm at the top, and people are like, hey, he's at the top, he's in a good mood, life is ups and downs, but they tell you, you're not supposed to be there, man, you're gonna crash, you're going down, man. And there's always this constant agitation. There's this constant agitation. So you're happy, and you know, it can't stay this way. It's impossible. That memory, that anxiety, something's gonna creep up. Something's gonna happen. The fear of going to work, the fear of going to college, the fear of moving to school, the fear of losing a loved one, the fear of losing a relationship. That nagging sensation will always be there, because life isn't perfect. But I think it could be. I think it could be, and I think there's beings out there in this universe that are. I'm not gonna go there because that's alien shit, but I think perfection is established. I think it's created, and I think it's something that can be obtained. And I think I'm close, but you know what's wrong with my life? What's wrong with my life? And it's you, all of you. You're useless. I'm trying to help you, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? Bullshit. You know, like I'm trying to help you and motivate you, make you at least be a good person sometimes, some of the time. And I think that's important. You want to be a good person. If everybody was good and they're good to each other and we did good things and we said good things, surprise, surprise, things would be good. But there's always going to be malevolence tainted with laziness and evil, and perception is just basically the mind of a god saying a word that only he understands because only he can understand. That perception is extremely unique. Everybody is perceptualizes the reality and only focuses on maybe 75% to 85% of really what's around them and going on in their lives, and it's in their memory somewhere. But it's mishmashed between a couple of dudes sharing information between brain cell follicles in the brain and creating neurons firing, creating memories and desires. And it's just basically, if someone's smarter than you, they just have the firing in the neurons at different patterns and different speeds, creating different chemicals, making them more pleasurable, or maybe they have more energy. Or but to be the best, you just have to have motivation, drive, focus, momentum. All these words are just garbage to me. They don't mean anything. You just have to be a supreme being. Be a supreme. You have to do everything supremely. Drink lots of water. Pay attention to detail. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't step on nails. Have a desire to work hard, sacrifice. Want to work for people. Want to help. Want to grow. And if you want to grow, you got to grow larger. And then nothing's ever good enough. You keep getting bigger, getting better. Nothing's ever good enough. Just keep momentum and drive. But it takes a decision. Decide today that you're going to go to the gym. You're going to lift heavy. And you're going to be the best. Because that's the decision you already made subconsciously. Because once you've said you're going to do something, you're a man of your word, you will become that person that you said you made to be. Because there's only one option, it's failing, and there's only plan A, and there's no plan B. So keep winning at everything. Keep being the man that you're supposed to be. That man of the world. I was always under pressure, like nothing I ever did was good enough. So I keep succeeding and aiming higher until one day I'll be like, at the end, I'll be like, I was good enough. Because I tried. And I win. And I don't ignore this nagging memory that it's an illusion. It's dead, man. That memory's dead. Not only is that memory that's bothering you or might creep up or something that might happen, some kind of memory, it's gonna die, man. All your problems are gonna go away one day, and this is gonna be also insignificant. So just fucking drink lots of water, go to the gym, you lazy fuck.